Welcome back to a new episode of Connected Cultures. I'm your host, Connolly.
And I'm your host, Olivia. This episode is all about Native American Heritage Month. Join us as we take a deep dive into the history of Native American Heritage Month, interview a student-led movement, go across campus, and learn about the importance of beaded jewelry.
Native people have been in the Americas for as long as the Americas have been around. However, they were not recognized as U.S. citizens until June 2, 1924. During protests in the 1960s and 70s, Native American activists urged the government to honor their treaty obligations so that tribes could restore their relationships with the land.
Native American Heritage Month became officially recognized in 1990 by President George Bush. During November, we recognize the significant contributions that the first Americans made to the formation of the United States. We also recognize the many injustices they have faced by the U.S. We want to help uplift Indigenous voices and make sure that they get heard. Stay tuned for more.
We have our own Indigenous movement here on campus. Join us as Marguerite interviews the Student American Indian Movement.
Hi, I'm Marguerite, and today we are here with the Student American Indian Movement, also known as SAIM, here on the App State campus. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves and what you do for the club?
I'm Connor. Don't necessarily do anything too much for the club except work on stuff outside of it. But yeah.
Cool.
My name's Charlotte, and I'm the vice president of SAIM.
Nice. I know last year when we talked to you guys, you didn't have a shared space here on campus. Is that the same this year, or have you guys been able to find a place?
We don't really necessarily have like a designated meeting place that's like for us that we can do whatever we want in, but our club advisor and our club president were able to secure a room and the student union for us to use. So we got that for this year.
That's nice. And I know you guys do a lot of community outreach in the past. How is that looking like this year? Are you guys doing anything new? Same stuff? How is that looking like?
So we're doing some of the stuff that we did last year. We did Pizza versus Poverty again, which is our annual initiative to deliver pizzas to people in the community who are disadvantaged, and we have like donations from local pizza places. So it's just a really great coming together. And then we're also looking at doing another Native film for Native Heritage Month. We're looking right now at possibly screening Fancy Dance. So that would be really great to see. So just more stuff that we've done previously, but also we're looking at like maybe bringing speakers to campus with our club funding, maybe going to visit other tribes. So yeah, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite community outreach that you guys do?
It's a hard question. What do you think?
I know for the past 2 years, I think we've been working with the Blue Ridge Conservancy, and they gave us a designated spot for like a garden for the club. And I really enjoy going out there and working with them because, you know, they provide us tools, assistance on anything, sometimes seeds. And like this past summer, we were able to go out there with our club members and plant some stuff, and was able to harvest some stuff too and share that with everybody.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. It is Native American Heritage Month. Do you guys do anything to celebrate that?
So definitely the film series. We did last year multiple films, but this year we're looking at just doing one to make sure that everything is really perfect. And we're looking this year to open up a conversation about, I think, missing and murdered Indigenous women, to just bring more awareness to that issue. And also just like put the focus on Native women in general, and hold space for that.
I think that's really great that you guys are doing that. If anyone wanted to come and watch the movie series, where could they join?
Absolutely. So we do get to screen a movie this year. Big hope. We're going to be doing it in the Greenbrier Theater on campus, and probably partnering with the business college to do that. So be on the lookout on our Instagram, and we'll be posting updates there.
Yeah, definitely be sure to go check that out. And I know that this is not just a club, it's a movement. Could you tell us more about that?
So we used to be the Native American Student Alliance, obviously NASA, and we changed our name under the leadership of Sierra, who is our club president. And we changed our name to Student American Indian Movement, taking after the American Indian Movement, which was the movement obviously for Native rights and like the 60s and 70s. And the idea behind, us being a movement, not a club, is essentially just saying that, we're not like a little club on campus. We're not doing these things for fun, but rather like this is, about sovereignty. It's about autonomy. This is about our culture and preserving our culture from, cultural genocide and from very real threats that we're facing. So just to put like respect on the subject and to hold space for it properly, and make sure that's like being done.
I think that's great. So it was an alliance before and now it's a movement. Is this like a national thing throughout other colleges, or is this like specific to the App State campus?
With my knowledge, I don't know if it's really going on at other colleges. I know it's more derived from like an actual movement. So like I would say the original aim is probably still out there going on. There's definitely still people who participate in it. But I think so far we're the only like college level actively participating.
Got you. And if anybody wanted to show up to a meeting, I know you said that you guys have a room now in the student union that you can meet at. What time could they go?
What's the room number?
So I believe that it is room 227 in the student union. We meet at 6 p.m. every Tuesday, and all that information can always be found on our Instagram. And then also if you register and engage, we'll send you emails every week to remind you and let you know what we're doing. So and anybody's welcome. You don't have to be Indigenous. You don't have to like have Indigenous family. Like if you're just interested in talking to us about our culture and hanging out and watching movies and stuff, like come on down. We'd love to have you.
That's great. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Definitely be sure to go check them out on Instagram, see what they're up to. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you again to SAIM for joining us here in the studio. Be sure to check them out on their Instagram to keep up to date with everything that they have going on.
Think you know a thing or two about Native American Heritage Month? Follow us around campus as we quiz students on their knowledge about the celebratory month.
I'm Marguerite, and today we're here outside of the student union to quiz students on their knowledge of Native American Heritage Month. I'm here with
Layla, Sylvia Hobb,
Sarah.
number 1. When did we begin celebrating Native American Heritage Month? A, 1990, B, 1872, or C, 1776?
A.
Yes, it was A. Let's go. Number 2, when were Native Americans granted citizenship? A, 1924, B, 1991, or C, 1845?
B. I'm gonna go with A again. I actually don't know. I have no clue.
It's A.
I'm 100% guessing on all these.
Hey, you got 2 for 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
3, what percentage of Americans identify as Native American? A, 12%, B, 5%, or C, 2%?
B.
5%?
It's actually only 2%. How many indigenous languages are still spoken in the U.S.? A, 100, B, 15, C, 175?
A. I feel like B.
C?
Yes, it's C. Let's go. And then the last one, what is the largest Native American tribe today? A, Navajo, B, Blackfeet, or C, Cherokee?
C. C.
C?
Actually, Navajo.
That was my second guess. That's my second guess.
Thank you so much for playing with us.
Thank you.
Beaded jewelry is a rich cultural tradition that has a huge significance to Indigenous culture. Come create our own pieces as we learn the importance of this art.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm here with Kelly, and today we're making beaded jewelry.
Beaded jewelry is exactly what it sounds like. Art made from tiny, colorful beads stitched together one by one. But the beads themselves can be made into all kinds of materials: glass, shell, bone, stone, or even porcupine quills. These beads are woven, sewn, or strung into necklaces, earrings, chokers, bracelets, and medallions. To many people, they're beautiful handmade accessories, but in Native American culture, beaded jewelry is something much deeper. Every bead, color, and pattern carries meaning, and every piece reflects the identity, history, and spirit of the person who made it. Across Native nations, beadwork is a way of saying, "This is who I am." Different tribes have their own styles and patterns. For example, Plains nations like Lakota and Cheyenne often use bold geometric designs. If you know what you're looking at, a beaded piece of jewelry can tell you a lot about where someone comes from or what community they belong to. It's kind of like wearing a piece from home. Beadwork can also be really spiritual. It isn't just something you put on for fun. People wear it during powwows, ceremonies, and big life events. Colors can represent the 4 directions, the elements, or even specific prayers. And honestly, a lot of the meaning comes from the process of making it. Many beadworkers pray or think positive thoughts as they stitch. So the piece isn't just made for someone, it's made with intention for them. Another thing that makes beadwork special is that it tells stories. The patterns can represent animals, plants, or stars, and each symbol can teach a lesson. Maybe about respecting nature, finding balance, or remembering where you come from. It's storytelling without words, and it's one of the ways culture gets passed down through generations. Beadwork is also a really meaningful gift. Traditionally, if someone gave you a beaded piece, like moccasins, a bag, or jewelry, it meant they respected you deeply. It took hours and hours of work, so giving it was a big deal. It shows love, honor, and gratitude. And there is a whole history of resilience behind beadwork as well. Before Europeans arrived, native artists used porcupine quills, shells, and bone. When glass beads came through trade, native beadworkers didn't lose their traditions. They adapted and made something completely new out of it. Beadwork became a symbol of strength and creativity even during really difficult times. Today, beadwork is still incredibly important, helps support native artists and families, and continues to evolve. You'll see pieces that use traditional patterns, super modern designs, or a mix of both. And no matter what the style is, it still carries that same sense of identity and connection. So when you see a piece of beaded jewelry, remember it's not just decoration. It's history, culture, prayer, and creativity all stitched together, one bead at a time.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. These are our final pieces. I hope you enjoyed making bracelets with us. Bye. See y'all in the studio.
That is all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed and learned a little something about Native American Heritage Month.
Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to join us next time for another episode of Connected Cultures. Bye.